Shine Runners Racing Radio Show is dedicated to the fans, drivers, promoters, and most importantly, the families of local auto racing. Our mission and commitment is to help build, promote, and support the local tracks across the country.
Gentlemen, and welcome. It's time to twist the bottle and dump the throttle right here at Shine Runners Racing Radio. I'm your host, Robert Rooster Kitchen, in the house with my main man, AJ Bellinger. How you doing, buddy?
To me, though,
Man, I'm going a little crazy here tonight. We're still sorting out this iPad deal. I'm not too good with this technology, but I want to first go ahead and see if I can get everybody that's watching live, if we can get a bunch of thumbs up if we fixed our audio problems and if you can hear us clearly.
Definitely want to make sure that.
So if you can see it, let's get it. Does it sound good? Good.
You know,
to see him.
Also, man, riding along with us today, we got the full pit crew back in the house. We got Racin Ryan. We got Jay Swan. That's right, the Sasquatch Boom City in the house with us. We got Jim the Magic Man. And tell you, did Jim not do an awesome job fixing the sound last week?
I think it was you that said he polished a turd, and it was a big fat turd.
It was great. And the beautiful Shine Girls, as always, glad to have Shandy and Angie with us. Man, tonight's going to be a great show. I'm excited. We are talking mud racing, going back into a little bit of my history where, you know, I used to mud race as well.
I think that's when you had the frosted tips too, right?
It was. That's when I was sexy. You know what I'm saying? Things have changed a little bit since then. But, you know, excited that we've got Gary Chesney in the house, the driver of the 1970 Chevy Gold Digger. You know, we've got Superman Chad Sexton himself, the 2015 fastest of the fast.
Good deal.
Right here, all the way from Pittsburgh, North Carolina, in with us as well. Keith Wilson from Wilson Off-Road. You know,
local business owner.
Yes, local Fayetteville business officer owner. So, you know, good to have him in the studio as well. And we'll be getting him back on, you know, here shortly. Want to definitely send a shout out. Things got changed up a little bit tonight with Racin Rooster, you know, catering. They brought in some barbecue pork chops.
It was amazing. I've already scarfed one down.
Oh, man, barbecue pork chops and some beans and all kinds of goodies, you know, coming in. And, you know, Kyle Freeman came in. He was our like and share winner for our Table of Champions and actually, you know, got to come in. And it was all catered by Racin Rooster. And while we're talking about Racin Rooster, before we get ready to go out of this into a commercial, tomorrow night, Racin Rooster is actually going to be down at Baywood from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And on Shine Runners Racing Radio, if you'll say Shine Runners Racing Radio,
sent me here
tomorrow night to Bobby Jackson at Raging Rooster, you're going to get $2 off of your meal, and that $2 is actually going to come back to Shine Runners Racing Radio. So it's kind of all working full circle. So tomorrow, Baywood Golf Course, make sure you go on down tomorrow 5 to 8 and check out our friend Bobby and Tony.
And tell them that Shine Runners Racing Radio sent you so we can get that $2 back in the studio to help keep this show going.
Well, man, I tell you what, if you want to, we'll go ahead and crack off that. We'll take a caution. We'll come on back. And when we do come back, we're going to have Keith Wilson from Wilson Off-Road.
Absolutely.
Woo. Looking to ease the pain of cooking for your guests? Tired of hosting the party but staying on the grill all night? Let us help you. Ragin' Rooster, a fully functional rolling kitchen loaded with the official chicken wings of Shine Runners Racing Radio. Owned and operated by Tony and Bobby Jackson. Contact them at 910-237-4565 or jackson.bobby@yahoo.com. Ragin' Rooster Wings. Come get you some. Don't gamble with your plumbing. Let 1-800-PLUMBING deal you the winning hand every time. Our trained professionals have the knowledge it takes to turn any full house into a flush. Fully licensed and insured with over 70 years of experience, the staff of 1-800-PLUMBING is here 24 hours a day to show your queen you're the king of the castle. It's as easy as dialing 1-800-PLUMBING. That's 1-800-758-6246 when you need it done right. Want to get that winner circle look? Want to get that winner circle look before you even get to the track? Well, say goodbye to that bushy mess and hello to the look of sheer success with Eastover Barbershop, located conveniently off I-95, exit 56 on Dunn Road, directly in front of Eastover Fire Department, at 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Tuesday through Friday, specializing in all men's and boys' cuts, styles, and shaves. Best Barber by Reader's Choice, 2 years running with over 21 years experience. We have what it takes to give you that winning look. Call Eastover Barbershop today at 910-751-0964. Did you forget to back off the throttle after leaving the last race? Got caught doing a little more than the law will allow? Let us help you. Boost Law Office at 214 Dick Street, Fayetteville, North Carolina has over 35 years of trial experience. From speeding to a trunk full of shine, we're the ones that can get you off the line. Call Jordan Stewart or Michael Boost today for a free consultation at 910-486-9292 or look us up at boost-law.com. It's your job to put it in the winner circle, but it's ours to make your ride stand out above the rest. With full-colored wraps or die-cut designs, Bellinger Signs and Graphics is sure to put you in the eyes of the fans. That's not all. We do custom yard signs, storefront, and your everyday decal. Come see us today at Bellinger Signs and Graphics, 3392 Dunn Road, Eastover, North Carolina. In this sport, it's easy to gain 10 pounds, and being overweight can hinder you from that last lap dash. Wipe this problem with Neverlift Racin Armor Coat, a specially formulated advanced silicone product that is the perfect finish to any race car. Armor Coat helps you prevent mud and dirt from sticking, also makes cleanup quick and easy. Order today from Redline Speed Shop, 404 Hope Mills Road, Fayetteville, North Carolina, or contact Randy White of Drainage Incorporated Motorsports at 910-874-5136. Well, back in the action now, man. We have got Keith Wilson in the house. I think Keith's found the jar.
I believe he's been in our stash, man.
You know, it's Keith, man, good to have you in the house here. Keith, Wilson's Off-Road, man. Tell us a little bit about what you got going on down there.
Man, I own me a little.
You just get up a little bit closer to that mic. There you go, buddy.
You have to hold his hand sometimes.
Yeah, I work on trucks, not mics. I own a little 10,000 square foot four-wheel drive shop in Fayetteville. We do lifts, tires, rims, axles, all kinds of customization, light bars, bumpers. Whatever you want on your truck, by God, we can do it.
There you go.
I met you around mud racing, and, it's tonight. That's what we're kind of talking about, cracking the throttle. And, you've got everything down there to work on mud racing trucks. You've got it to work on rock crawlers, the arena trucks, all that stuff. You can pretty much outfit anybody that's in the sport.
Man, if you want to go off-road, I don't care where you want to go, we can make that happen,
And we were actually had a chance to stop down today, and we were talking about a tire sale that you got ending tomorrow.
That's right. Tomorrow's our last day at a Toyo sale for buy four and get free mountain bounce.
That's awesome. And you have boggers there. You can
any
you get
type
any
of tire, it don't matter. We're a client-based company, so if you come in and you want something crazy, oddball that nobody's ever heard of, we'll chase it down, find it, and get you a better deal on it.
I also was back there looking at, you got an alignment shop, and you hear a lot of people, man, you can't align those big tires, just that and other. But you had a monster dually sitting on that thing.
Yeah.
And,
our alignment machine will do a crew cab dually on 40s. So it's an 18,000 pound machine.
Awesome. As far as, the lift kits and suspension and all that stuff, what kind of products do y'all carry down there?
Well, we're a We're a BDS master distributor, so we sell a lot of BDS equipment, but we do Fab Tech, Camberg, Toy Tech, Pro Comp, you name it. If it's on the market, we can get it, we can build it, and we can sell it.
We need to get in contact with our friends down at Armor Coat as well, Randy White, and get him in contact with you. They're selling some new products. I don't know if you've heard of the Neverlift Racing product, Armor Coat, but a lot of these guys are running it on their race cars, running it on. We want to get it tapped into the mud truck. It's like a silicone-based spray, and they can spray it on the trucks or on your four-wheelers or whatever. and the mud just slides right off. So this
It's
might be
recycled, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. This is recycled silicone. They actually melt down breast implants.
God bless them. God bless them.
So every time you spray this dollar signs, it's a great
automatic.
thing. If we actually promoted it like that, you probably have to put one of those little tapes outside, for people to stand in line to get it.
Yeah, if you sprayed some right now, Gary Chesney would be over here.
Well, it's melon smelling.
Melon smelling.
It is, man. It is.
It's the best thing you've ever smelled. Especially, I have to be on with Rooster every Wednesday night, and so whenever we get into it a little bit the night before, and we get a little old smelling going on, we can free it up with some of that melon smell.
I prefer the apple cinnamon.
It looks like it. Looks like you do.
Oh yeah,
Get
I
into
like
it
it a
jug
lot.
just a little. Does it take a little bit of that jug to get your adrenaline
No,
rolling?
I'm like this all the time.
Yeah.
This is the only thing this is going to do is have my wife come get me.
Well, you know what? I saw you with that big army machine. What in the world is that thing you got? Like I seen pictures. You're 5-6 foot in the air on that thing.
Yeah, it's a 1969 M715. It's a 5/4 ton. But we did a little work to it. Add a little bit here, took a little way there. It's a good mud truck. We run it a few times. Of course, it's not built really for speed yet. More for just show. I'm more into the high speed off road racing, big jumps, long distance. Smaller vehicles, but a lot faster. Plus the competition in hill and hole mud racing. Them guys are knuckleheads. They spend more money than Ross Perot. When you got guys out there like Daryl Jones, who can pump $300,000 into a mud truck, it's hard to compete with them cats. So I built one that I can go out there and just have a good time. I could run over his truck if I wanted to, and that's what I'm all about.
Yeah.
Bigger is better where I'm from.
That's right.
I don't know where they're from.
I think bigger jars would have been better.
Yeah. Man, I needed a gallon.
A gallon.
Yeah,
jug.
just a gallon jug would be good.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you didn't find our barrels.
Yeah.
I'll find them.
But I bet he's got a truck that can get back there to where they're at.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Easy how you say that.
Yeah.
And Gary Chesney said that that you're not sharing, man. What's up with that?
Well, I mean, he can come over here and get some.
You got it figured out, didn't you? You just took it on over here with you. That way you...
They told me to. I think they're scared. Is what I think, but probably not.
Now, you guys were doing a lot of stuff up towards Uwharrie.
Yeah, I used to sponsor the May Jam in Uwharrie. It was a great time. We had a lot of good times at that event, but it just kind of got a little bit too big, too fast, and it always. Pardon me. It always ended up being on a Mother's Day weekend or right around Mother's Day, and it was real hard to get people to come in. And there was a bunch of other mud races going on, big pairs. So some of the bigger trucks wanted to go to those events instead of coming, which I can understand. Racing ain't free.
Yeah.
My mud truck don't run on things.
You're right.
Yeah, that's right.
You're exactly right. I know how that is.
Oh, yeah.
We actually, and I want to, while we're here on air, we've got a lot of cool viewers that are watching. I want to thank you.
Are they drinking too?
Probably not.
Yeah, some of them are actually. They chimed in.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want to thank you, man, for.
Here's to you.
He ain't even listening to what I'm saying. It doesn't even matter. Close the show. He don't even care, y'all. He don't.
Man,
even
if you
care.
could smell this, you would understand.
Keep off the steel. No, but I want to say thank you, man. They was actually down at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. We were actually fixing to go out and run a tough truck competition. And I called and I said, hey, man, you got a set of shocks that I can put on this thing. I don't want to tear it all to pieces. And come on down, man. I'll help you out. And from when I walked through the door, you treated me with utmost respect. Didn't really even know who I was, but helped me out, got me to the track. And, that's what we want to do. It's our goal as Shine Runners Racing Radio to actually get people into your door. And where can they come see? What's your address? How can they get in contact with you?
My address is 520 East Russell Street. That's in downtown Fayetteville. We're between Eastern Boulevard and Old Wilmington Road on Russell Street. And that's the street with the railroad tracks down the middle. it's an off-road course in itself. If you haven't been out there, you know, there's cones and holes in the road. It's great. It's a lot of fun, ain't it? I try to do 90 down it, but I keep getting pulled over by the law right there.
But you'll have to go down and see our friends down at Boost Law Offices, Jordan Stewart. They can get you out of a jam quick.
Oh, good.
Actually, Superman Chad Sexton called me this afternoon when he was on the way, and I was standing out there, and I was telling him exactly where we were at. And he was coming under the overpass over there, and he saw the cop pull out from across the street. He was like, hold on, let me chase this cop down right quick. So you know what kind of crowd we're working with.
Yeah, right.
You know, talking about mud racing and four-wheel driving and all that good stuff.
Well, I got to be honest, some of the best people I've ever met, you know, just good people, you know, good hearts, help you out, bend over backwards to see you race, even if you're going to beat them, has been mud racers. High-speed off-road racers, they'll cut you. You better watch out. They're nasty. But mud racers, great group of people, you know, and it's all over the country.
Yeah.
There ain't a state out there that don't have a mud race. Even California, all them liberal hippies. They got they got mud races there too. So, you know, I love off-roading. I've been doing it. You know, I'm from Central Florida. I was born and raised there. You know, I helped start in Warriston back in the day. And I've been around mud racing and bogging since, you know, I was old enough to illegally drive.
Yeah.
And so
notice he said illegally drive. Boost Law Firm, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to be plugging them all night.
I need Jordan Stewart here.
Yeah, we need to have free consultations at the shows.
Yeah.
You know, some of us are fast. Some of us, like Gary Chesney, are a little slow. But we all get it done.
You know, Gary's in studio here tonight.
Oh, is he? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He's here.
I was just kidding.
Gary's here. And, you know, Stacy wants to know what flavor that is you got in that jar.
And it is apple cinnamon, and it is absolutely delightful. It is nice.
I think we ought to hold it down to like one shot per Keith Wilson.
No, I won't come back.
You know, Keith, if somebody wants to get into mud racing, if they're new to the sport, you know, what do you have down there to offer to them? What kind of information can you tell them? I know you're not going to stick their wallet. They're going to come in. You're going to get them what they need to get started at an affordable price.
That's it. I mean, mud racing starts out with a truck and a wheel to try it. You know, you don't have to have a $10,000 or $20,000 rig to go out there and have a good time. You know, and it starts out slow, and you get an idea of what you're doing. You know, you can find an old $5,000 beater. When I first started mud racing at Lee County, I picked up a $1,500 truck. The front end was so bad on it that it would get death wobble at 25 mile an hour. But I would drive that thing from Fayetteville all the way to Sanford and just hit it as hard as I could. Matter of fact, that truck, I blew the motor up at Lee County in the mud pit.
I actually remember
had
that.
everybody scrambling around because they thought a hand grenade had gone off. And but you know, that's the beauty behind mud racing and any kind of mud sport. As far as vehicles go, you get a cheap truck, you do what you can to it, and you go out and you run it, and you have a good time. Nobody that I've ever met in mud racing is going to beat you up because they think that your truck isn't as cool as everybody else's. They're going to come up to you and they're going to love Daryl Jones. Like I said earlier, you know, $400,000 in his truck, and he still came up to me and goes, "Man, I love this truck. It's just a cool truck." And that's what it's all about, starting out simple and moving your way through. Not everybody can be the Superman, the fastest guy, you know, but, you know.
We got him here, too.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know.
He's like right there.
But it's about. Here, you can take that. You need to take that away. It's getting, I can't even talk good night. My tongue's all numb.
Slipping them up shit.
You know what you need to watch that? You need some of that melon smell and some of these beer nuts, bud. Man, those official.
Speaking of beer nuts, man, out of Pennsylvania.
Beer nuts?
Swanee,
Illinois.
Oh, beer nuts.
Illinois, I found that out.
Illinois.
Yeah, I got
Illinois. Have we been saying it wrong?
So these are Yankee beer nuts?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't eating no Yankee nuts. All right, you're mine.
They're good, man. They're
All
great.
right, I'll try them out.
Tell us a little bit about it, man. You've got the hookup. You know, them guys are sprint car racers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they race up in Pennsylvania. I found out, the guy told me that is a family-owned business.
They are pretty good.
In Illinois.
Right
So
here, too, these are pretty good.
they said it's a small business. It's not a very large business, but they do it. They get it
You trying
going.
to sober me up?
They're pretty good. So he sent me a bunch of samples again this week, and look forward to working with them.
That's cool, man. Yeah, Beer Nuts, just come on and helping us out on the show, and it's a cool little snack, man. Everybody, and we can sober Keith back up, so that way we can, at least we can at least call his wife and say, hey, we've got him a little bit tame. You can come get him now.
See that? Shine Runners Racing. That's what I thought I was going to, was a drinking party. Next thing you know, they're asking me about mud racing.
You know what was cool, though, when you come in and you actually sit down and you're like, dude, I thought I was going to a couple guys who had old throwed-up garage. And
Yeah, I thought I was going out in somebody's shed. I was worried they wouldn't even have no AC.
And you come in and said, man, this is pretty cool. This is like a whole production.
Man,
deal.
you can't see all the people behind, but there's like
Let's say,
at least 10.
Look at the magic that we have. If you go to the crew, the one right under the show there on the left, Swanee, pop that one up right there. Look at there, all of them back there.
We've got a full crew
Yeah,
tonight.
can't even
Even
see all the way to
Kyle
the left.
Freeman and his lady back in the
Yeah.
back. How you doing, Kyle? Kyle won the for the Table of Champions, Racin Rooster Catering, and all he had to do was like and share the
That's
page.
it.
He liked and shared and actually won a chance to come in. And next week we're going to be talking about stock car racing because we got the Wayne Gray Memorial that's going to be kicking up at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. I'm talking about the NASCAR of dirt racing is coming to Fayetteville, North
Presented by
Carolina.
Campbell University.
Exactly. So it's going to be a good time. Dunn Benson Ford. That whole crew's going to be down. So, man, I'm looking forward to that as well. But, Keith, we greatly appreciate you, man.
Man, I hope so, because y'all just got me in trouble. I told my wife there wasn't going to be no women here, and look, y'all done showed a bunch of women back there.
But you know what?
Now I'm drunk.
We got a lot of shoes to fill
I'm not
now
drunk.
with our
I'm just
next guest we got coming up, man. We got some great guys that are going to be coming up here shortly.
Oh, man.
But we are going to take a caution. And ladies and gentlemen, when we come back from this caution, we're going to go down to Racin Ryan with the weekly snorkel winners report.
Yeah.
Keith, is there anything else you'd like to say, man, before we get out of here on
Man,
this first one?
Rooster, I love you, man. You're a great guy. I'm glad you're home. Fellas, I appreciate y'all having me on.
Thank you for being here.
The two guys that are about to follow me up, probably two of the best names in mud racing. Maybe besides Dennis Anderson, but we don't count him because he's just like mud racing god, But, below him, these are the coolest. So I appreciate you having me on and saying a little something about my business.
Yeah.
And,
Yes, sir.
y'all are doing great
For
things.
those who have just joined in, we got some. This is Keith Wilson, Wilson's Off Road on East Russell Street. Right?
Yep.
Go down and see him. Anything you need, lift kits, light bars, tires, anything.
And they can find you on Facebook, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You
Come
know.
down. We'll show you the shop.
I was
Let you-
looking through the Facebook page, man. Y'all have done a lot of work on that thing. We got
Man,
some
we-
pictures coming up on there now.
We've been in business for 12 years, and we've done over 4,000 vehicles in Fayetteville in 12 years. So, and with very few issues. So that's a great thing. And Fayetteville's been very good to us. I'm a disabled combat veteran, so.
Well, thank you for your service. sir.
Well, thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Yes,
You
sir.
know,
Yes,
thank you for paying me.
And we definitely, we want to do a run through right quick. We've got somebody asking a question. Miss Cheryl Mitchell wants to know who everybody is on the set. So let's do a little run through right quick. I'm the Rooster right here, a little host. You know what I'm saying? I'm about this much of what makes this thing go around. Sitting this Keith Wilson right here, Wilson Off Road, is a guest here this afternoon. AJ Hollywood Bellinger, also our host here as well. Racin Ryan over in the back. He'll be doing our weekly race reports as well as our last week's winner circle. We've got Jay Swan in the house. That's right, Jay Swan.
Sasquatch
the
of Boom City.
Sasquatch. Jim Magic Man in the house. He's the one that makes all the mics work. He actually, I think he's like Magic Mike after 9. You know what I'm saying? That's something we've been
You see
hearing.
his sleeves start rolling up, they get taller and taller as the show goes on.
and
then
our-
buttons start coming
Is he,
loose.
is he drinking moonshine too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And our beautiful Shine Girls, Miss Angie and Miss Shandy over to the left. Everybody on the back side of this here is here tonight with the Table of Champions with Racin Rooster Catering. Our guests, they come on, and actually what we've sparked up for next week's show is if anybody wants to come on the show,
Anybody.
you're more than welcome to come out. our guests are going to eat catered, but if anybody wants to come out, they're selling plates with Ragin' Rooster Catering. You can actually buy you a plate.
Exactly, and
so
come enjoy the show.
Yeah.
And he's going to get the menu to us later on this week. We're going to start pumping that out.
Yeah.
But, again, go see him tomorrow night, Baywood Golf Course in the Pavilion area. Mention Shine Runners Racing, get $2 off your plate. And it all comes back to Shine Runners Racing.
Beer nuts.
Beer nuts, too.
Beer nuts.
We're
That's
gonna
what I'm talking about.
We're gonna go let him get on the rest of that bottle before we have to call his wife to come get him.
I'm gonna turn that bottle inside out.
Keith, thank you so much, and like AJ said, thank you for your service as a military veteran. Thank you for your service and everything you do for Fayetteville. Anybody that needs any four-wheel drive work, please make sure you get in contact with Wilson
down. We'll
Off-Road.
take care of you.
And tell them Shine Runners Racing Radio sent you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I want to know where this is at.
Take us out of here, Swan. Looking to ease the pain of cooking for your guests? Tired of hosting the party but staying on the grill all night? Let us help you. Ragin' Rooster, a fully functional rolling kitchen loaded with the official chicken wings of Shine Runners Racing Radio. Owned and operated by Tony and Bobby Jackson. Contact them at 910-237-4565 or jackson.bobby@yahoo.com. Ragin' Rooster Wings. Come get you some. Don't gamble with your plumbing. Let 1-800-PLUMBING deal you the winning hand every time. Our trained professionals have the knowledge it takes to turn any full house into a flush. Fully licensed and insured with over 70 years of experience, the staff of 1-800-PLUMBING is here 24 hours a day to show your queen you're the king of the castle. It's as easy as dialing 1-800-PLUMBING. That's 1-800-758-6246 when you need it done right. Want to get that winter circle look before you even get to the track? Well, say goodbye to that bushy mess and hello to the look of sheer success with Eastover Barbershop, located conveniently off I-95, exit 56 on Dunn Road, directly in front of Eastover Fire Department, at 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Tuesday through Friday, specializing in all men's and boys' cuts, styles, and shaves. Best barber by Reader's Choice 2 years running with over 21 years experience. We have what it takes to give you that winning look. Call Eastover Barbershop today at 910-751-0964. Did you forget to back off the throttle after leaving the last race? Got caught doing a little more than the law will allow? Let us help you. Boost Law Office at 214 Dick Street, Fayetteville, North Carolina has over 35 years of trial experience. From speeding to a trunk full of shine, we're the ones that can get you off the line. Call Jordan Stewart or Michael Boost today for a free consultation at 910-486-9292 or look us up at boost-law.com. It's your job to put it in the winner circle, but it's ours to make your ride stand out above the rest. With full-colored wraps or die-cut designs, Bellinger Signs and Graphics is sure to put you in the eyes of the fans. That's not all. We do custom yard signs, storefront, and your everyday decal. Come see us today at Bellinger Signs and Graphics, 3392 Dunn Road, Eastover, North Carolina. In this sport, it's easy to gain 10 pounds, and being overweight can hinder you from that last lap dash. Wipe this problem with Neverlift Racing Armor Coat, a specially formulated advanced silicone product that is the perfect finish to any race car. Armor Coat helps you prevent mud and dirt from sticking, also makes cleanup quick and easy. Order today from Redline Speed Shop, 404 Hope Mills Road, Fayetteville, North Carolina, or contact Randy White of Drainage Incorporated Motorsports at 910-874-5136. All right, y'all, back in the action now here at Shine Runners Racing Radio. Man, at the steel, that was a great time with the crazy Mr. Keith Wilson.
Our little segments are getting better and better and better.
And everybody loves these beer nuts, man. I'm telling you what, beer nuts are a big kick around the area. And big thanks to Ragin' Rooster Catering for the Bud Lights tonight. You know, and the shine come from an undisclosed location. We're not quite sure where that come from, but keep that away from Keith Wilson when he comes on the show next time. Anyway, we're actually going to take it down, ladies and gentlemen, right now to Racin Ryan with the weekly winner's circle. Maybe it should be weekly winner's snorkel.
Yeah.
Because that's what it was.
Yeah, you got that absolutely right. They should have loaded the boats up and sent them to the racetracks because there was literally no action going around in North Carolina. Besides one race we got at Wake County Speedway where they had 5 divisions running, and that was really the only race we had this week. So I'll do the results for that. In the Bandoleros, we had Cameron Murray winning. In the Bombers, we had Andrew Howell. In the Legends, we had Kenneth Tripp Jr. In the Late Models, we had Zachary Marks. And in the Mini Stocks, we had Brandon Clements.
Man, and really want to give a shout out to Josh Parrish with Short Track Central. You can find him on Facebook for sending us those results. He's been helping us out. We've had so much going on, we haven't been able to get as much of the asphalt stuff on as we'd like to. But thank you to Josh Parrish for hooking us up. Y'all check out Short Track Central on Facebook.
You know, man, we did try to make it down to the Rattlesnake Shake last weekend down in Dublin, North Carolina, and it was on the way there. It was raining, dude. I'm talking about it was wetter than a pool bottom.
It was.
And then, like, all of a sudden, the sky just cleared up. And then we made it to Dublin, dude. We were ready for the Rattlesnake Shake. And then all of a sudden, boom, it started Forrest Gump raining, man, like sideways.
Sideways rain. Rain even coming from up under.
From up underneath.
I was looking for the Trailer Park Hero 3000.
And if there's anybody in this world that will race, it's Dublin.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it could rain for 13 days. Them boys going to run the track and we're going to race. But it was just a little bit too much water to put down on the track to make it happen. So they're rescheduling. They actually made the comment, you know, you can go on their Facebook page to find out the information of what your wristbands are doing and all. So get in contact with them when they get ready to go back.
Absolutely.
You know, man, thank you so much, Racin Ryan, for that report. We're coming back in. We have got Gary Chesney all the way from Troy, North Carolina. Man, thank you so much for coming down tonight. We greatly appreciate you being here. You know, you're driving that 1970 Chevy Gold Digger, and then we actually got some pictures of that thing, you know, 3-4 foot off the ground. Tell us a little bit about what you got in that bad boy.
It's a little over 500-inch Brodix motor. Got a little shot on it. We haven't hooked the nitrous up on it yet, but it's on it. That's actually Lee County right there. Their first Renegade race they had. The first picture was Big Lick Farm Park, and I still hold the record for the tallest and longest jump there.
Awesome.
But it wiped out everything under the truck when it landed, so really wasn't that good of a night. But yeah, it's just an old 70 Chevrolet on a K5 Blazer frame with a aluminum head Brodix motor, turbo transmission. Pretty good running old piece.
That's a good looking truck too.
It
I appreciate it.
What got you into mud racing? You know, there's so many different aspects of racing out there. Why mud racing?
Well, a good friend of mine built a off-road park in UR in North Carolina there. UR Adventures, Johnny Adams built it, and my brother and I went to helping him some, and you know, helping around the track, keeping things going, and these boys come down there, Chad Sexton and Denny Curley and Jack and Rod, and you know, just being around it. I just wanted to build me an old truck, something for me and my boy to do, and kind of got hooked, man. It's like Keith said, you buy an old beater truck and you get hooked. Next thing you know, you want to go faster.
I think our Shine Girls want to say something to you.
Gary, it is so nice of you, I think, to say that Keith Wilson is your hero. He's way faster and way more attractive.
Damn, I left my damn phone over there. Thanks, Keith. Appreciate it, buddy. I don't know how I can follow. I mean, I don't even know why I'm here. I mean, we just go back to Keith.
Keith got a little into that bottle a little earlier, I think.
Yeah, somebody, I ain't going to mention no names, but he wears a cape. You know, he broke the jar out early, and I told him I wasn't going to get Keith off the roof, but he don't listen. I mean, he's...
Yeah.
But no, I want to say thanks y'all for having us and letting us talk a little bit about mud racing. It's like every sport, you know. We love it. We travel. We spend money to impress people that we don't know, you know, just because we love the sport. I mean, we have a big time doing it, and it's a big family. We tailgate. We hang out. We drink beer. We talk junk to each other. It's just a lot of fun.
You know, one thing that I found out about mud racing, too, is actually the camaraderie of it. If you break something, there's somebody out there, you can go to the trailer, hey, man, I'm looking for an axle, you know, if you happen to have one, and boom, they'll jump right in, try to help you out to get you back on that second pass. You know, talking about mud racing, what was your biggest win?
Probably, I'm going to say at Lee County, I set the record in the short pit. And when we run Pro Mega, we had just built the truck, and we were running a truck called Big Bucks, and we were running Ricky and Ethan Brantley. And the truck didn't run good. First pass just would not run. And them boys thought they had us beat, and we just come back, and they actually put their stuff on the trailer and didn't run second pass. And we come back and just blistered them, set a record in the short pit, run the big pit backwards. That was a Throttle King qualifier, so I'm going to say that was probably one of my most favorite wins.
You know, there's a lot of different tracks that are running. We got a lot of folks that are not familiar with tracks. What are some of the tracks that you race? And, you know, if you know the information of how they can get in contact with them to find out when the race schedule is, you know, not, like I said, not everybody knows where mud racing is, you know, but if you ever come out and watch it, especially if you take a kid out there and he sees it for the first time, man, he's going to be hooked, you know?
Yeah, we run, which we've lost a few tracks this year, into last year and this year. We run Lee County Muddy Motorsports Park. Daryl Jones owns that facility. One of the nicest, safest places you'll ever race. Great group of people run that place. We run Big Lick Farm Park in Oakboro, North Carolina. Sparta, the fairgrounds in Sparta, up in Sparta. And everything that I'm naming has a Facebook page mostly, or you can go to my page. You can go to my racing page, which is the Carolina Foothills Mud Racing Association. Damn, Keith, that jar got me sweating. Yeah, and that's what's left of it. Thanks, Keith. No, they opened the track in Farmington back up, which they just had a big benefit for a good friend of ours that passed away, for his wife and family, and was probably one of the biggest shows we've been to in the last couple of years. If I'm not mistaken, there was 114 trucks. Nice. And it was $10 a pass. All the money went back to Kathy and the family. And everybody there just had a big time. But if you travel 100 miles in any direction from your house, you won't know it, but there's a mud pit there close to you.
It is crazy, because I was actually doing some research and looking on Facebook, trying to learn a little bit more about mud racing, because I've been a circle track guy, and it was amazing to me the amount of mud racing that is all around us, that we don't, we've got to get the word out to get some people out in these shows and see what they're missing. I mean, I've talked to a guy, Michael Bream, which we're going to show his truck a little later, but they're all the way up in Sulphur Springs, Indiana. I mean, there's some of these groups that have,
talked to Michael.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of people that follow them.
Yeah, we, if you go south, South Carolina has some really nice pits, has some really nice facilities. We actually have a big race coming up, the Peach Festival in Gaffney. They put on a big race. I think last year it run from 5 o'clock on Saturday till like 9 o'clock Sunday morning. I mean, there was just so many trucks they couldn't get it done. And State Line Mud Bog, owned by Johnny Brown and some of his guys. We're going there in August the 26th for the Flag Wars. We actually got about 6 states right now that have sent word they're coming. They're bringing trucks. It's going to be a big deal. We're actually going to represent the 910 and the 336. We got probably 20 trucks from North Carolina already signed up. We're going to run a class, whatever class we qualify for. Plus, we're doing $100 buy-ins.
Oh, wow. Now, is there a buyback, too?
Well, do what?
Is there a buyback? Like, if you lose out, can you buy back in? I know sometimes in drag racing they have that, but...
I guess we could if we wanted to, but right now we got some big grudge racing going on. Mike Wallace has called me out from South Carolina and actually got me motivated. I had Digger for sale, and Mike kind of talked a little junk to me the other day about old Gold Digger, and so I went and bought me a new stall yesterday and buying parts every day, and we're going to put Digger back on the map on cuts and spray. And I hate it, Mike, but I wore my Gap shirt for you because that's what you're getting. You're getting gapped in South Carolina at State Line.
There it comes.
It's on.
Yeah.
Timmy Williams runs Slick Addiction. He's been called out by some boys from South Carolina, Brent and his brother Fatback. Boys, I'm sorry, but you small block mafia don't stand a chance against us big block North Carolina boys. Just putting it out there. But yeah, we got some pretty good racing coming up. We've got a lot into the side betting and the grudge racing and putting the fun back in it because it becomes a job, you know. Mm-hmm. And I kind of stepped away a little while because of that with the new wife and kids and home remodels and all that. But boys, Digger's coming back and coming back with a new attitude. So.
And you heard it here on Shine Runners Racing Radio.
That's right. Be looking out for Gary Chesney. You know, Gary, before we let you go and we take out to another caution, a lot of racing that we've talked about, whether it be drag racing, dirt track racing, mud racing, has talked about the family. Mm-hmm. You know, is that something that keeps all this together for you, going out, family time, having fun with friends?
My wife enjoys it. She hadn't really been exposed to it, which she's actually born and raised in Miami, Florida. So she's seen it but never been around it much, and she loves it. She goes with me and helps me with the truck, and we have a big time. She actually gets on Facebook and talks better junk than I do to a lot of these boys. They call her Gator on Facebook, by the way. Love you, Allie. I'll see you in a couple hours. Yeah, I'm actually going to put her in the truck. I don't know, Peach Festival maybe. State line, let her run a couple passes, but yeah, the kids seem to like it. We take the kids and the cornhole boards and football, and you know, somebody's going to have a child there, and everybody's going to make friends, and before you know it, they're gone playing and they're over at somebody else's trailer, or they're over at our trailer. But it's very, very rarely do you ever have any trouble in a mud race. I mean, you go to some places that used to sell alcohol, and you know, you'd get some younger people that would want to, you know, raise a little cane, but 99% of the time you go to a race, it's family fun. I mean, everybody's friends, you know.
And that's what we've been preaching ever since the beginning of this show, is to get these kids back into any form of racing. Doesn't matter what it is.
A lot of racing, too. You know, we've even got something down there, I think it's from Fast Tracks Mud Bog. They do a kids' foot race, you know, and then they get the kids involved with the kids' foot race. They do a Power Wheels division. I think Jump and Run Creek actually has a race coming up July 15th. And they have got,
look at that right there.
They're starting out with Power Wheels race. And there it is, Fast Tracks Mud Bog.
And what kid doesn't like to get in the mud and play?
I know.
Right?
I mean, what parent don't like a kid to get in their brand new Chevrolet
exactly.
loaded with mud? I mean, you know, I'm sure Mr. Chesney don't mind.
No, I mean, they climb right into Duramax. Allie don't care. She'll wash it out.
Now, when you get on the line and you strap in and you turn that 500 horse, you know, what is that?
That's one side of the motor, but
yeah. What's that feeling to you whenever you're sitting there on the line and you're getting ready to clear her out to go?
Well, a little bit of nervousness and a little. Yeah.
There he is.
Knowing that I might get outrun by Keith in a ragged out old Jeep.
Well, that was from Keith right there.
Actually, there's a whole lot going through your mind. You know, you're thinking about every little racket the truck's making and every little racket the motor's making, and got to stay in the ruts. You know, don't miss my shift. You know, just the basic racing stuff. But it's a lot of fun. It's something that we really enjoy and have a big time doing.
Mm-hmm. We got a tune in here. I'm not sure if you know Brent Clary, but Brent said them small blocks done put a lot of them big blocks back on the trailer. You know?
Yeah, that's the Fatback. That's Fatback and Brent. They run down South Carolina state line and Peach Festival and stuff. But them some good boys right there. They got some really nice trucks. They actually came to. I put on a race at URI. It's a fundraiser for the Baden Lake Fire Department. And them boys brought a load of trucks up and a bunch of people and supported us. And they are a really good bunch of guys down at state line. And if anybody's tuning in and listening, and you want to go see a good mud race, don't miss Flag Wars. That's going to be a big turnout. I'm going to go ahead and say there's going to be over 100 trucks. They going to be some hurt feelings at state line too.
You sound like a book of information. You know,
I live it.
A lot of folks, you know, if you're looking for information for mud racing or whatnot, go to Mr. Gary Chesney's page, like him. You know what I'm saying? Tell him you're from Shine Runners Racing Radio, so it's not some spam. You know what I mean? But, you know, go there, and that way you guys can connect and let people know, you know, what's coming up next, you know, mud races for people to go to. And, man, I greatly appreciate you 100% for coming on
appreciate
here
y'all having
today.
us
And,
on.
Driving 2 hours. You came 2 hours all the way from Troy just to be here tonight, to talk, and we
Well,
appreciate it more than you know.
It's promoting our sport, and like this coming weekend, we taking the truck, shining it up. We got a parade to go to, throw out candy for the kids, haul the kids in the truck and throw out candy, and it's just something to get it out there, because we enjoy doing it. We have a lot of fun doing it, and I got a lot of mortgages to do it. But
And what was the name of your Facebook page again?
my page is just the Gary Chesney page, and it's a picture of the gold digger. With my wife taking the video, and then we have a Facebook page called the Carolina Foothills Mud Racing Association, which has a lot of the North Carolina. That's the page right there. That's my profile. But we have a lot of people asking about rules and races and stuff like that. So we built the Carolina Foothills Mud Racing Association page. People can go on there and look at North Carolina, Central North Carolina rules, and maybe where some races are coming up and stuff.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Good deal.
Well, you know what, man? I think we're going to throw a caution here, and we'll get things rolling back. Gary, thank you so much for coming down, man. Like we say, we greatly appreciate you being here. Once we come back, we're going to tap it down. I think we're going to go down to Racin Ryan and see what's going on.
With some upcoming races?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool deal.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you having me.
In this sport, it's easy to gain 10 pounds, and being overweight can hinder you from that last lap dash. Wipe this problem with Neverlift Racing Armor Coat, a specially formulated advanced silicone product that is the perfect finish to any race car. Armor Coat helps you prevent mud and dirt from sticking, also makes cleanup quick and easy. Order today from Redline Speed Shop, 404 Hope Mills Road, Fayetteville, North Carolina, or contact Randy White of Drainage Incorporated Motorsports at 910-874-5136. Did you forget to back off the throttle after leaving the last race? Got caught doing a little more than the law will allow? Let us help you. Boost Law Office at 214 Dick Street, Fayetteville, North Carolina has over 35 years of trial experience. From speeding to a trunk full of shine, we're the ones that can get you off the line. Call Jordan Stewart or Michael Boost today for a free consultation at 910-486-9292 or look us up at boost-law.com. Want to get that winter circle look before you even get to the track? Well, say goodbye to that bushy mess and hello to the look of sheer success with Eastover Barbershop. Located conveniently off I-95, exit 56 on Dunn Road, directly in front of Eastover Fire Department. At 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Tuesday through Friday, specializing in all men's and boys' cuts, styles, and shaves. Best Barber by Reader's Choice, 2 years running with over 21 years experience. We have what it takes to give you that winning look. Call Eastover Barbershop today at 910-751-0964. Don't gamble with your plumbing. Let 1-800-PLUMBING deal you the winning hand every time. Our trained professionals have the knowledge it takes to turn any full house into a flush. Fully licensed and insured with over 70 years of experience, the staff of 1-800-PLUMBING is here 24 hours a day to show your queen you're the king of the castle. It's as easy as dialing 1-800-PLUMBING. That's 1-800-758-6246 when you need it done right. Looking to ease the pain of cooking for your guests? Tired of hosting the party but staying on the grill all night? Let us help you. Ragin' Rooster, a fully functional rolling kitchen loaded with the official chicken wings of Shine Runners Racing Radio. Owned and operated by Tony and Bobby Jackson. Contact them at 910-237-4565 or jackson.bobby@yahoo.com. Ragin' Rooster Wings. Come get you some. Back in action, Bellinger, man, I tell you what, it's been a great show so far. It's good to have Gary Chesney. The show is definitely growing.
It is.
Gary come all the way 2 hours to drive down just to be here tonight to talk about mud racing, support the sport, getting people in there. And I can't be more excited about the direction it's going in.
And especially if you are out there, again, just keep giving us likes, keep sharing the page, because that's how we're going to grow this. And we've got so many things that we want to do, but we've got to kind of rein it in and just take care of certain things first. And one of them was the audio, which I believe we've got fixed. I want to give a shout out to, obviously, Magic Man that polished the turd again. We keep saying it. But also to Steve Jones, that came in and kind of gave us a little direction on that as well. Steve
helped us out big time. You know, Steve's been doing a lot with sound. He actually runs sound for Classic Soul. So if you're actually needing a band, get in contact with Stephen Jones. He can get you hooked up. Also, Jones Pro Sound, if you need a DJ for your party or whatnot. I mean, great time, great entertainment. He can put it down for you by all means. You know, we got a few races coming up this weekend. A lot of stuff coming up here in the next month. Yeah. You know, look, why don't we take it down to the pits with Racin Ryan? Let him talk about the weekly race report.
All right. Starting off, we're going to go June 30th and July 1st at Clary's Motor Speedway. We got the Montclair Memorial 8900 to win I-95 Late Model Challenge. They're going to have the open wheel modifieds, the limited sportsmen, the pure stock V8s, the super stock 4-cylinders, the pure stock 4-cylinders, and the U-cars. Other races, Saturday, July 8th, we'll have the Moto Jam Consistency Challenge at Swamp Fox Motorsports. Saturday, July 15th, the Jumping Run Creek Mud Bog in Hubert, North Carolina show. It'll kick off at 4 p.m. with the Power Wheels. Another race coming up next Thursday, July 6th. There's going to be the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Should be a great night.
And they are actually, just want to throw this in there real quick. I saw they are selling advance tickets on the Fayetteville Motor Speedway website. You can actually go there and go ahead, and they are not going to let anybody go up and put chairs up ahead of the race this year. So don't go out there expecting to put your chair up and zip tie it to the rails.
You can pick up reserved seating or the unreserved seating. It's up to you.
Right.
So you just go in there, and it's very simple. You go there, it has a diagram of the whole bleachers, 4 sections, however many rows. It's pretty simple. Get your tickets. It's going to be a good show.
One thing about that race, what can they do, AJ? Come out there to where the tailgate party is and come hang out with the Shine Runners Racing.
That's right, because we're going to be there. We're going to be in Flying Ed's fifth wheel. And I don't know for sure if it was the Michelob Ultras talking the other night or if he's really going to do it, but he says he's bringing karaoke equipment.
No, I'm down. I'm down.
Karaoke with Jay Swan, son. That's his rapper name.
Exactly.
Man, you know, you were actually talking about all the different stuff that's actually coming up, and definitely want to talk about the Jump and Run Creek Mud Bog, what all they got going on down there. Get in contact with Craig Sanderson. It's near Swansboro, North Carolina, 389-4159. Find out the information. They start out their mud bog with Power Wheels. You know, so the actual kids down racing Power Wheels down at Jump and Run Creek Mud Bog, and I think that's coming up on July 15th. You can get the information from promud.com is the information for that racetrack as well. You know, and Fast Tracks, we actually had a chance to talk to those guys. Mud bogging 4x4s, ATV, dirt bikes, side-by-side, swimming, kids, redneck, slip and slide. I mean, it's just like, wow, what's all going on down there, man?
Anything you want, apparently.
You know, big stuff. So go down and check them out at Fast Tracks, Mud Bog. There's races everywhere. And this next guy that we've got coming on, I guarantee you he can tell you where some awesome information is. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got Superman Chad Sexton himself out of Pittsboro, North Carolina. Chad. Man,
he brought his fan club with him and everything.
Yeah, he did.
I'm living the dream. I'm sitting in between Hollywood and the Rooster. What more can you do?
I don't know. It's more like a dream to us because we're sitting with you, man.
I'm just living the dream.
You know, Chad, ever since I can remember, I've been watching you mud racing. I remember starting back in the Willow Springs days, the good old days of going down to Smithfield Chicken and Barbecue and getting a whole big case of chicken and coming down sitting on that hill at Willow Springs. And
Dennis Lipscomb, Mr. Barefoot. I've only seen him wear shoes like 3 times in my life.
I was going to say the same thing. You know, he's an idol in mud racing. And
climb a mountaintop barefooted.
You know, we've seen a lot of change since those days. You know, back in the days of Willow Springs, the trucks were running 14, 15-second runs. You know, what are you guys turning nowadays?
Right now we're running probably in the mid threes, 250 foot. We just come from Sparta and run 230 foot. We run it, and me and my buddy Danny run a 3.2. I run a 3.3.
On the 250-foot pits, Lee County Mud Motorsports Complex, and you were 2015 fastest of the fast. Now, I mean, that's something to say. You know what I mean? You hold the title as well as I'm sure many more titles. But these guys up at Lee County Mud Motorsports Complex, Larry Pierce in the Resurrection truck set the track record at 3.649. I mean, that's doing it, my friend.
It's getting it.
You know, and then Rodney Hawk, you know,
Rod.
Yeah, Rodney Hawk out of West Virginia went to South Carolina and set the world record at 3.643. Now,
Vanished. They ain't seen him since.
I don't even know. They had to, like, when he crossed the line, he had to go back and get himself because it was
He did.
I don't even know the
He's
time.
time traveling.
I
Yeah.
think when he hit the brakes, all his hair flew up over. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. And
You know,
just
you-
got lost.
You're racing with all these fast drivers. What is it? The wheel? Is it? I got to go faster. I got to do more. I got to put more in the truck. I got to, you know, what are you looking for in the future of mud racing?
It's gonna get faster, I think. You know, it's like you said about the last 7-8 years. It's like the times it's been cut in half.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess it takes that perfect pit, then you know the record's gonna get broke again.
You know, we were talking about Jason Smith for being the fastest of the fast in 2017.
Yankee beans.
Colton Shell became the 10th person to run a sub 4-second pass in Hill and Hole. You know, what times are you guys cutting through there?
I think I'm like the 6th person ever to do it in 250-foot standard hill and hole. And the ones that's done it, they can tell you that it takes a long, hard work, a lot of time, effort, money,
Yeah.
and sweat to do it.
Now, you said you were, you're sitting there right now getting that thing tuned up for a record.
Yes, it's at my buddy Kurt Miller who built the truck, and he built my buddy Denny Curley's truck, which they're coming out with a new one, and it's sitting there now. I think we're going to put a little tune in it and see what it'll do. It's all for the fans.
All for fans.
It'll go or blow situation.
You know, what is it that keeps you in mud racing?
The fans, the kids. Like if I go to a store, something my buddy Johnny Hudd will tell you. I go to a store, get fuel, and you'll see a car pull up with kids in it, and I'll walk up to them and say, "Come on, get in the truck." And their eyes get like this. So I mean, it's all about them.
Yeah.
Really not me.
And we know lacking sanity pretty much explains you. But why the name lacking sanity?
Well, I had a truck I bought from a guy up north, and he had it lacking sanity too, and I just liked the name, so I just took the 2 off and kept it, and ended up totaling that truck and had to build a new one. I probably barrel rolled 3 or 4, 5, who knows.
Yeah, that's always fun to come out the end of the pit on one wheel.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of coming out the end of the pit on one wheel, and somebody that's held dear to your heart and dear to my heart, Neil Welch. You know, actually, you brought.
See it right here. Look at it.
Yeah. If anybody ever knows about mud racing, they know about Neil
Neil
Welch.
Welch.
You know, Neil was a legend in this whole thing, and you know we got a lot of people on right now that are watching. Daryl Jones is on here now. Johnny Holt's on
Who's
here.
Daryl Jones? Who's that?
He was slow too.
Is that Scooby through?
Scooby through.
Yeah, because he's done.
We like I say though, I got to tell him he's a great driver.
Oh yeah.
I've seen him do miraculous things, and like a lot of you guys that run these Class 6 trucks, man, y'all have to carry them to the truck in a wheelbarrow, if you know what I'm talking about.
Ain't he in the senior division?
The senior division.
Yeah.
They're asking Daryl, are you in the senior division now of mud racing? You know, we just got that from Keith Wilson and Wilson Off-Road back there. It's a little question. And we'll let you take it up with him. He's been a little bit on the shine ball here tonight.
He's going into fishing or something. I think he's give up mud race because he knew he can't hang with that 1-2 punch.
Huh. You know what? We've heard a lot
Speaking
of
you
we've heard a
know,
lot of talk tonight.
I know. There's been.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, you know, I thought the drag racing had a bunch of grudge racing going on. They don't hold a candle to what's going on in mud racing.
That's like Gary was speaking of earlier. August 26th, they're having that flag wars in South Carolina. You know, I can't get nobody to run me up there. Won't nobody lock in with me.
Won't nobody come.
You
And
call
that's
them
the
out.
Superman Chad.
So, you know, William and Timmy and Gary and all of them, I told them earlier today, we got the Red Cross Lounge coming with us. They're gonna set a tent up for all the, so they can help, put Band-Aids on the asses for the South Carolina guys when they get whooped.
I'm gonna tell you what, man, it is going on, Rooster.
And we're climbing in right now. Daryl Jones just said that he has still got more sub-4 runs than anybody. So, Chad, talk as much trash as you want. That's just what the man said. I'm just
He must
relating.
have just woke up from a nap. He's dreaming or something.
Tap it back to that picture with that green Superman machine. We'll talk about this one right here. I seen you down in Willow Springs. You jumped the hill and actually kinked the whole truck, like mid-track.
I jumped one hill and landed to the bank of the other.
Yeah.
I cleared the hole. And I truck cut off. I cut it off. I was trying to get out, and everybody said, "Where you going?" So I'm trying to get out, but the whole truck was buckled like this.
You've had a lot of miraculous runs, just as many runs upside down through the end of the thing. What was probably your most memorable finish?
The finish, I'd say that fastest of the fast in 2015. I get messages all the time saying people calling me out, they can run me, they'll do this and that, but they do this and don't shut. But, that's,
they run their mouth.
They run the mouth, not the truck. So, the call out was issued to them in 2015. If you got it, come pull it.
Yeah.
So.
And you're not afraid to pull it down.
North Carolina we was 1, 2, and 3 that year.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if we keep going, we might have a yard full of South Carolinas out here if we.
And I got my buddy in Michigan, call him Yankee Beans. He's pretty sharp. He's fast. And then Amanda, she won 2 years ago.
Yeah.
She's right sharp.
Yeah, I saw her.
She's the fastest hill and hoe woman around.
Yeah, I saw her run. Her pass at Lee County Motorsports Complex was pretty amazing.
And she still talks junk to me too. But see, the second year I got a distance. The third this year I had a little technical difficulty, so I hadn't really been able to put it back down. So they spanked me. I'll take the beating.
And you guys are hooking computers and all kinds of crazy stuff up your trucks.
Oh yeah.
What's that all about? For somebody that don't know,
It's more like to get a data log on everything to kind of get the most out of it. And my engine guy, he set all that up for me. And to be honest, half the time I only hit the button, the data log.
Yeah.
How many horsepower you run?
It's Matt Grillo built my motor out of Bear Creek, North Carolina. Just on motor it, down it out a little over 1,200.
Man, that's terrible.
1,200 horsepower.
And I've got one stage on it, probably. It's about 150 shot on it. Everybody says I'm spraying 400, 500, 600 shot to it, and everything's detuned.
Yeah.
Wow.
We talk a lot about mud racing. A lot of people, they don't have a clue because they've never been to one. And you think, we're all just country boys out having a good time. But that mud, that, as you can see in that picture, that you're skipping across the top of, that's 3-foot mud.
Mm-hmm.
That's not just sitting there with water gaze on the top. That's actually 3-foot mud.
Lee County, there are people, they'll get on the computer and talk, but Lee County don't have mud. Lee County don't have mud. It's fast. There ain't no mud in it. And you can see trucks, people get out and they're buried up to their waist.
Yeah. And that's the thing. A lot of these guys, man, they're just turning so much horsepower that when they leave the line, it is just spot on. You know what I mean?
Well, and like you say, a lot of people are probably thinking, "Oh, it's a bunch of rednecks out here, don't know much." With trucks in the mud.
In a way.
But yeah, in a way. But you, like Rooster said, you're hooking computers up. I mean, y'all know what's going on.
I just drive.
Somebody
I put fuel in it, drive,
said,
put the battery charge. My brother-in-law and others helped me to do much of it. So,
and Johnny Holt says, when you remember to hit the red button.
No, that's what my data log button. I forget to hit it all the time. People say you get excited doing it. I'll probably pee about 4 or 5 times before I run, and I'll go walking off and get excited and then strap in and then spray and pray.
Right, spray and pray. I like that.
Or pray and spray, whatever. Yeah.
Either way.
Either way.
We got some questions. Have we got any questions that came in for Chad over there? We're going to go take it down to the Shine Girls. And I think we've got some questions that's come in for you over there. Like one, Daryl Jones said that
Who?
Daryl Jones,
Who's that?
he said he's got to build a faster walker.
He probably. He's a fisherman now. Like I said, he's done. Daryl who? Scooby 3.
Y'all got any questions?
There's not any, when Chad
Anything
remembers
that
the
you
red
wrote down?
button. Well, there is one statement from Jake Hughes that says he's ready to see Rooster behind the wheel again.
Yeah.
Oh, the old digging chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Digging chicken.
Chicken.
Those were back in the days. I think we got some pictures of digging chicken somewhere around there.
Put the Yoda promote.
Well, Keith, I probably can't fit behind the wheel, but I can guarantee you.
Planet Fitness, $10 a month.
Yeah, I actually got that Planet Fitness in Florida.
$20 a month. Me, I got the black card.
The black
I ain't
card.
been in a while.
Yeah, as you can tell, I like pork chops and whatnot and all
That's
that
me.
other
I'm
good
feeling
stuff. But you know, we're all we got to do is put a battery in that thing. We actually just 1-800 Plumbing had actually just helped us out, and we put a new Weber carburetor on and got all kinds of cool stuff going. So we're actually looking at getting that truck back out here shortly. You know, and making it down to somewhere.
And we were trying to find the digging chicken pictures, and I don't know if we've got them lost. You know, had so much going on, but we did have them on there.
You
We
gotta
lost
go way
them.
back in the archives for that.
Well, we're still using the Dewey Decimal System. That's why it's taken us so long to find them. But I think there was one particular picture that Rooster.
we got to figure this out. What's going on with that?
I'm gonna let you explain because you were so excited about this ad that we had found.
Any guesses, Chad?
Chad, I just gotta ask you. You know, we had this come up about 1-900 Chad Sexton,
Exactly. Look at that.
and I'm not really sure about this, but you know, this if
Call
you're
now.
you know,
1-900.
yeah, starting at a penny a minute.
A penny a minute.
Yeah.
That's
So,
cheap,
Do I
brother.
get any of that?
Well, I mean, you actually do. Well, this is something that we found on the internet, so we didn't know if you know this is something new that you're doing to promote your mud racing
You
career.
gotta do what you gotta do.
What do y'all?
I think the tag came out of South Carolina somewhere.
Yeah.
That somebody had posted this.
They jealous.
They're jealous. They're
jealous.
hating.
Yeah, they're trying to find anything. Only thing they got slow trucks in South Carolina anyway, so they're trying to do what they can do.
So they can call this number and get some tips from you on how to get
they
fast.
get some speed. Call that number right there, 1-900 Chad Sexton, the South Carolina guy. They can get a little speed out of you. But come to August 26th, your gas is gonna get gapped.
Yeah.
Where's that going to be at?
State line mud bog.
They have a Facebook page.
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool.
I
State
think
line
some
mud bog.
Tennessee
Make sure
trucks
you
was
check it out.
coming, Georgia,
That's
wherever.
just like that. As many times I've been to Gaffney, I did not know it was a mud
Call
pit
it
there.
gapping you.
Well, I believe it. There's some
That's what's
strange.
gonna happen when North Carolina boys go
There's
south.
some strange
Gonna
ones in
gap 'em.
Gaffney.
Yeah. So anybody, you know, we got a lot of people that are tapping in, tuning in. Anybody knows of a mud racing track that's got races coming up, go ahead and post them on the track. That way these folks can see, you know, and anytime that you guys have a race going on, you can go and get in contact with Chad Sexton to find out how you can win, obviously. I mean, that's what I'm getting from him right now.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of what you just said, David Jernigan had chimed in a while ago. He said Fast Tracks runs the third weekend of each month.
Yeah.
So,
That's down in Bennettsville, South Carolina. So, you know, that's that South Carolina mud. So the North Carolina guys need to go on down there and show them boys how it's done.
They're having a big race in September, calling it all Chevy race or something, I think. And they're supposed to be paying out a bunch of money. Chevy shootout.
$2,800.
Y'all have the coolest name for the races.
Yeah.
I like the flag wars. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They asked, I just got to know, they asked if you can last more than 3 seconds. That's just what I'm getting off of this thing here.
It depends on the situation. You can go 3 hours, 3 seconds, 3 days.
Yeah.
It just depends
Yeah. It's kind of like
on the
cutting.
segment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on, like, you know, how you're strapped in.
I've
and all.
got records in each one of them.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So if anybody wants to actually get
Call
your
that 900
autograph.
number.
Yeah. 1-900. Can we hit that again? 1-900
Right there.
Chad Sexton.
There it is,
I
right
mean,
there.
Chad, you are like top shelf right
Why it's
there,
got to
my
be a
friend.
penny a minute? Why can't it be like quarters or dollars?
I'm not quite sure. This is just
So that-
something we
I
kind
think
of
that, I think
A
it's.
picture like that will make you
I-
holler for $1.
What was that, Shandy?
I said he'll make it drizzle instead of rain.
That's right.
Just-
And I think actually what it is the first minute is a penny, but after that it goes up exponentially.
Yeah,
to like,
$19.99.
Yeah,
I
$19.99.
can say make you holler for $1.
Yeah.
And you can find them at any mud bog anywhere.
Yeah.
Even in South Carolina.
Even in the Love Shack.
Yeah, so check
Only
you
if
out in
you know
Love
about
Shack.
Love
There's somewhere where you just come back from, you all the way from Tennessee, if I'm
I
not
went to
mistaken.
Sparta up in the mountains of North Carolina.
Sparta, that's right.
Yeah, that trip was costly on the wallet. Tore everything out from the front end up.
I remember this kind of throwing back a little bit. I don't know if they've found pictures of Digging Chicken or the zebra truck I had, but we raced down at Core Plantation one time, and the hill was like that. And Dad said, he's like, whatever you do, son, do not leave the line with that throttle on the floor.
Plantation?
Core Plantation, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And when I left,
Was there little houses with people running around?
it was a great
Little
place.
diapers?
Yeah.
I raced there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And man, when I left, I told him, I said, if I'm scared, that means that this throttle's not sitting on the floor. And I tried to cram it through the firewall. And when I hit it, that truck stood straight up in the air like that. And when I come down, I broke everything up underneath the front of it.
Oh, John Godbolt won that race.
Did you have to run to the Porta John? when you
I
got out?
did. But actually, I won that one. The one that I was running, I won 3 races that day. I run the hill and hole, I won the flat track, and then I won the hill and hole with the Chevrolet, yeah. So it was a good time, man. And all this talk's got me pumped up. I'm ready to go get the digging chicken back out, man.
Well, you know, Carl, Neil's brother's building a new truck.
Is he?
Yeah.
You know, Carl come back out with the tough stuff, or Back in Black.
Back in Black.
And was running, you know, if you could throw that up one more time about Neil Welch, you know, can't say enough about this guy.
He was the legend.
He was. And I remember Willow Springs, that truck coming out on one wheel. You know, he's turned over more than one time and climb out. And he was all about the fans, Bo. I mean, it wasn't about if the truck tore up or whatever.
That one right there was me driving right there. That was Penny Hill.
Yeah.
I think one of them races like that barrel rolled that Bronco. He got out, rolled it over, and said, "Start it up and drive it to the pit." You did not hook to that Bronco. I told him it wasn't a job; it was an adventure driving it.
Yeah.
And Carl Welch was actually on a while ago, and he was the first one that popped up and said, "That's the Neil Welch helmet right there."
Exactly.
Yeah.
That right there.
You got a legend
people,
helmet.
I've had so many people want that helmet. You know, you probably had to kill me to get this helmet.
Well, Chad, man, we greatly appreciate you having you on tonight. We're gonna back out and get a little commercial going on before we throw the white flag here tonight. But it's great to have you in the house as well as all the other guys. And I have to say that y'all have talked more junk than any show we've ever had.
It's now starting. Tune into the Facebook page. It's just now starting.
Oh yeah, it's on. So make sure you stay on Shine Runners Racing Radio because these guys are about to get hyped there. I think South Carolina's a little nervous about these North Carolina boys coming down.
I think so.
Yeah.
See, they need to go to Walmart and get them some boxers instead of little tidy whities because their face is going to turn red and throat and everything. Because they don't know what's going to happen.
Man, if we got go ahead.
Have y'all heard of the Michigan? Anybody in Michigan? Because Mike and Rhonda Perrin, I think that's how you pronounce her last name, said everyone knows that the fast trucks are from Michigan. So
That's Yankee Beans.
That's Yankee Beans.
That's who I call Yankee. Well, his Jeep. He's a bad boy. We'll give him that.
They want to know, Clint wants to know how in the world you got that helmet off.
It's got a relief valve in
Got
the
a
back.
relief valve in the back of it, yeah, for that big head there, Superman Chad Sexton. But ladies and gentlemen, for everybody out there viewing, Superman Chad Sexton out of Pittsboro, North Carolina, man, thank you so much for coming down, and good luck to you in the
Appreciate
future.
it. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed it.
Hope to see you again here on the show as we, tune in to do a lot more with racing. And if you want to find out any information about mud racing, be sure, like we said, check out Gary Chesney, check out our main man, Superman Chad Sexton, the 2015 fastest of the fast.
That's all that's got to be said right there.
It.
The fastest of the fast.
Inaugural, the first one.
Yeah.
The inaugural. That's right, man. Thank you so much.
However you spell inaugural.
Probably about how you spell rememberable.
We will not go there.
Well, rememberable, that's my deal, man.
If it's past 4 fingers, I got them lost.
We're going to take it to a caution, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, we're going down to trivia. We're going to the pits with Racin Ryan for Racing Trivia. So stay tuned. Check it out, 910-237-1343. Get that number ready. Somebody's going to get a chance to win some mini blings, LED light modules.
And also a coupon for $10 off of advertising for Shine Runners Racing Radio presented by Drainage Inc. So you're going to get a mini blings and you're going to get a coupon for $10 off your first advertisement with us on here for a commercial.
910.
Even we'll do a box of Band-Aids for coming up in August.
Take us out of here on the caution there, Swanee.
Don't gamble with your plumbing. Let 1-800-PLUMBING deal you the winning hand every time. Our trained professionals have the knowledge it takes to turn any full house into a flush. Fully licensed and insured with over 70 years of experience, the staff of 1-800-PLUMBING is here 24 hours a day to show your queen you're the king of the castle. It's as easy as dialing 1-800-PLUMBING. That's 1-800-758-6246 when you need it done right. Want to get that winter circle look before you even get to the track? Well, say goodbye to that bushy mess and hello to the look of sheer success with Eastover Barbershop. Located conveniently off I-95, exit 56 on Dunn Road, directly in front of Eastover Fire Department. At 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Tuesday through Friday, specializing in all men's and boys' cuts, styles, and shaves. Best barber by Reader's Choice 2 years running with over 21 years experience. We have what it takes to give you that winning look. Call Eastover Barbershop today at 910-751-0964.
Did you forget to back off the throttle after leaving the last race? Got caught doing a little more than the law will allow? Let us help you. Boost Law Office at 214 Dick Street, Fayetteville, North Carolina has over 35 years of trial experience. From speeding to a trunk full of shine, we're the ones that can get you off the line. Call Jordan Stewart or Michael Boost today for a free consultation at 910-486-9292 or look us up at boost-law.com. Back in action, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Steel Age. Hey, man, so far it's been a great show. You know, we hit a little bit of overtime, but that's all good, man. You know,
we don't, and that's the good thing, man. We can go as long as we need to here.
That's right.
And I call that 1-900 Chad Sexton. He said, just go all as long as you can.
You know, that's the thing. I'm wondering. You know, 1-800 or 1-900 Chad Sexton. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad we found that. And those South Carolina boys sent it in. I think they were trying to get him riled up, but I don't know if those South Carolina boys are ready for the 919.
I'm worried about my windows outside because we've been here.
That's why you're supposed to park in the
We've
back.
been here an hour and 17 minutes, and them boys might got a head start on us by the time we got here.
You know what else we've got a head start on? These beer nuts, man. Exactly. I'm telling you what, you have got to definitely.
How cool is that can?
You've got to definitely tap into beer nuts and check out these guys. Go on their Facebook page. It's a cool family-owned business. And glad that they support us here at Shine Runners Racing Radio, so we greatly appreciate them coming in.
So many others, man. Boost Law Firm, Eastover Barbershop,
1-800 Plumbing,
1-800 Plumbing, Racin Rooster. Got obviously Bellinger Science and Graphics, and Armor Coat of NC that you can get at Redline Speed Shop or from Randy White.
Randy White, man, he's always doing something cool.
Yeah.
You know, I know you can't sit still, baby, but if you can, just a second. This he's all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. Just a North Carolina nightmare right here. Wyatt Kitchen himself driving the number 23 kid car. And, you know, I got a report. He is actually first in points in North Carolina and second in points, 4 points out in Florida.
Wow.
So right now we're actually sitting first and second in points in the race. So.
And why don't you show all the fans out there that are watching live what you got right here? Go ahead and scoot over here and tell them exactly what you got.
What is that?
My autograph card.
His
autograph card from Gen 3 Performance Imaging. And actually, we got Jay Swan in the house from Gen 3 Performance Imaging as well. And he can get you hooked up. Any of you drivers that like to get one of these cards, man, I tell you what it does, why it goes through the stands, he signs them, he passes them out like he's one of the NASCAR guys. You know what I'm saying? And it really reaches out and it supports his sponsors and everybody, you know, that's in and around his racing career. And, you know, it's something good to look into, Gen 3 Performance Imaging. Check them guys out.
Absolutely.
I think we're going to take it down, man, right to the pits. We'll go with Racin Ryan. Anybody, listen up. 910-237-1343 is the phone number. If you have got the correct answer to this trivia, make sure you give us a call. First person to call in with the correct answer to this trivia is going to win some mini blings, LED light modules, and $10 off advertising here at Shine Runners Racing Radio from Drainage Incorporated.
Yep.
All right, tonight's trivia question is, what was the name of the mud truck driven by Dennis Anderson's son, Ryan Anderson?
Yes, and you know, Ryan Anderson, I've actually had a chance to see him race. I've had a chance to hang out with Dennis Anderson. So anybody that knows what the name of this truck is, make sure that you call in 910-237-1343. Give us that information. You could be the winner tonight of the Mini Blings LED light modules. Give us a call, 910-237-1343. Right here, we're waiting on the caller.
This one should be pretty easy.
We've got some pictures up on the screen. It's, again, 910-237-1343. If you can find the answer to that. And while we've got some time here, we'll talk about Gen 3 Performance Imaging, these hero cards. Swanee, what do these generally run?
Anywhere for any. I don't think I got them any higher than probably $200, or, $300, something like that. 1,000. I can't remember how much 1,000 is, right off the top of my head. It's been pretty good. I've had quite a few people want them. I had to send some out of state and all that. They're all different, custom with your sponsors and name and pictures and stuff like that.
And so when you order, you said roughly about two, you
can get any amount you want. Well, I had a guy get 10 just to get some and try them out, and then had a guy get 500, and the guy wants 1,000 next week.
So about a 500, what would they generally run for roughly 500? Or they can message you through
just message me. I have a price sheet at home.
All right, we got us a caller on the line. Not to interrupt, we got a caller here at Shine Runners Racing Radio. You're on with the Rooster, man. Have you got an answer to that question?
Is it Son of Digger?
Son of Digger, you're exactly right. What's your name?
Erica Patterson.
Erica Patterson.
I got a motor truck.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Huh.
Hey, that's cheating.
So we got all kind of people talking trash over here, man.
Yeah, tell her to go get back.
We dropped the same motor truck. They talking trash about that, honey?
Yeah, oh yeah, they giving it up to you. We got Gary Chesney in the house, Superman Chad Sexton, and Keith Wilson. If you know any of them guys, they usually run towards the back of the pack, but
Player.
So actually, if you would, we'll get in contact right after the show. You can get me your information, and we'll get these Mini Blings LED light modules sent out to you.
All right.
Thank you so much for calling. And what was that name again?
Erica Patterson.
And the
motor truck.
Tow Motor Truck.
And what's her favorite Facebook Live radio show?
Yeah, let's throw this in there. What's your favorite Facebook Live radio show?
Sean.
Shine Runners Racing Radio?
Yeah.
Is it Shine Running Racing Radio or 1-900 Chad Sexton?
Yeah. Don't worry, we have a hard time saying it too.
Anyway, thank you so much, dear, for calling, and we greatly appreciate it. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get the information for you and send them LED Mini Blings right out to you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, man. Let's hit again on that 1-900 Chad Sexton. I think this might be something we need to go get that .com.
Maybe we should put some advertising on his stuff so we can make some money.
Yeah, some ChadSexton.com. We're in the house right now. Thank you so much, Racin Ryan, for going down with that. And we do trivia every week. So if somebody would like to sponsor trivia, give us a call. We can put you in there. We can put your company in there.
If they would like just advertise commercials. We do the commercials ourselves. We can shoot them to you when we're done. You can post them on your Facebook page. And our goal is to drive people to your business.
That's it.
And we work hard at it. You get Facebook posts throughout the week and so on.
Speaking of driving people to your business, we're sitting here with Kyle Freeman. Mm-hmm. Kyle, man, it's glad to have you in studio tonight. Kyle actually liked and shared the post and made it down to the Racin Rooster Table of Champions. Here tonight, man, we greatly appreciate you coming in. And what do you think about the show so far?
We appreciate you having us here. Show's pretty good. I really enjoyed the atmosphere and everything. Seems to be going good.
Did you get some of those pork chops and green beans and potatoes and sausage balls over there?
Oh yeah, really good food.
Good.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, AJ.
Whoa.
I've been talking all night.
Well, I usually have to jump in. I'm over here like, nah. But you've running the late model this year. And I saw it's an awesome looking car. I know you got your sponsor, Clean Eats. Tell us a little bit about your sponsors and how your year's been going so far.
So far, the year's been pretty good. Being that's our first year in late model, it's not like the pure stock. These late models, man, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. It's definitely a challenging division. Sponsors on the car, Clean Eats restaurant out in Westwood. They helped me a great deal. KB Bullies and Stedman, that's me and my daddy. Thompson's Collision and Custom Paint, one of my good friends, he helped me out some. Robbie Drawhorn Race Engines, and me and my daddy and the family and everybody that goes with us, we make it, try to do our best.
And I was, I think it was the first night that you had actually been out there earlier this year in the late model, and I can't remember. Swanee can probably tell me exactly what race it is. Him or Ryan, dirt racing guys. But you were out there, man. You were leading that thing. I think you led over half of it. And it was that the first night out in the car?
That was the first race in the car. Yeah, me and Daddy talked on the way there, and I was going to qualify and start in the back, and qualified the pole. And I told Daddy, I said, I can't.
You know,
I
you
can't
can
drop
back
to
it
the
up.
back. I can't do that. I'm start on the pole and see how it ends. And we ended up leading 13 laps and finished second.
And I was probably, man, I was rooting for you. I was over there just hooting and hollering just as loud as I could because you were getting it. I think it was you and then who else? We had Dale Arnold was out there.
Yeah, and Greg Clark in the 84.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Well, what are your where's your next race?
We're going to race the July 6th race at Fayetteville. We're going to try to do good in that race and see where we're going from there.
Cool. Good deal, man. Well, we certainly appreciate you being here. Is there anything that you'd like to say out to the fans or anything like that?
Yeah, tune in every week to this show. It's pretty good. And come on out to Fayetteville Motor Speedway July 6th for the Lucas Oil race.
Absolutely.
Thank you, buddy. We greatly appreciate you having here, man. And how easy is it? All they got to do is like and share, right?
That's it.
That's all you got to do.
All you got to do. Well, good luck, man, coming up. And we appreciate you having you on. And while we're here, let's stick around and do our little pit chat.
Absolutely.
You know, before we throw the white and checkered here. I think we're going to take it down to pit row. Our beautiful Shine Girls have got some questions.
Jake Hughes comments again saying, "Remember digging chickens smoked me last time we ran." He wants a rematch.
You know, it was crazy how that all worked out, and it comes back to camaraderie. We were having so much trouble with that thing. Yeah, Comcast. Camaraderie. Anyway, we'll leave that there. But we were having so much trouble, man. We had just spent like $5,800 in this motor and could not get that thing to work. We're running a Holly 4-barrel on it, and you know, we kept having issues with the carburetor. And Jake Hughes come over. We were actually running against Jake in the Smoky. He and his dad come over and he was like, "Man, what kind of carburetor you got on that thing?" And we're telling Holly. He was like, "Man, no, you need to put a Weber on there." So we went down. We talked to a couple of our great sponsors, 1-800 Plumbing, which is actually a sponsor of Shine Runners Racing Radio. And he went out and bought us a brand new Weber. We put it on that truck. Man, when we left the line down at Fast Tracks, we was nothing but straight getting, Daddy. And yeah, you're right. We actually had the opportunity to race with Smokey that day, and I believe we won 127 foot further than anybody else did. Yeah. Actually, you know, I don't think Wilson had come in because No, Wilson Off-Road has been helping us since day one. And, you know, the guys down there, you know, Keith. You're right. Let me throw this in there. You know, Keith has been 100% great to us. Anything we've ever needed, he's taken care of. He's actually, he wanted to see me live, so he fixed my rat rod. You know, the rear end was about to fall out of it. And, you know, so, you know, I can't say enough about those guys down at Wilson Off-Road. You know, and everybody that's come together to camaraderie of racing. But I think that was the last race we did, Dad, was down in Bennettsville, South Carolina, and actually ran, or won that weekend. Yeah. Have you got any more?
Just want to say thank you to all of our viewers and thank you for everybody checking in. We have different people. We have Franklin County, Virginia,
the moonshine
Carthage.
capital of the world.
Yeah, Carthage. We have from Hope Mills, Durham, South Carolina. We just want to say thank you for watching and checking in with us.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I told if you could, Swanee, put that Michael Breen post up. This is Michael Breen, and the class. He was one of the ones I asked if you'd like to be on when I posted to. I think it was either the history of mud racing or mud racing friends, and he posted on there. Yeah, so this is Michael Breen's truck that's on the screen now. His class is Pro B, and he's got a 434 small block with 38-inch tires, and they race a lot down there. As I said earlier tonight, Sulphur Springs, Indiana. So I mean, you got mud racing like we were talking earlier tonight. It goes from coast to coast, man.
Yeah, and it's cool to have everybody, you know, come on. You know, we do have a lot of local talk that we're going on, but these guys, you know, like I say, Gary, he's from Troy, North Carolina, Pittsburgh, North Carolina here tonight. These guys drove over an hour to get here. Yeah. You know, and Keith, he travels all over the place racing, and, you know, so it's cool to have everybody together, man, just trying to make it happen. And in the end, like she said, in the end, how you like that? But South Carolina, man, Georgia, everybody coming on the show. So we're really, you know, broadcasting out to a wide variety of people.
Yeah.
And Chad just says I'm just trying to promote my 1-900 number, just trying to get out there and get that thing promoted. But y'all guys don't forget, July 8th coming up out of Marion, South Carolina, the Moto Jam, Swamp Fox Entertainment Complex, and they have got all kinds of stuff going on out at Swamp Fox. I'm talking about they got bands, ATVs, side-by-side, dirt bikes, all kinds of stuff they got going on out there.
They even got midget wrestling.
What?
Midget wrestling.
Did he?
Rooster
I
will be
think
there.
that's like a key word.
Interesting.
It's a hot word around
He
Rooster.
he just said midget.
And I think they're
I got a feeling that we're headed to Marion, South Carolina here soon.
Oh no, they've made them too mad in South Carolina. I am not going to South Carolina.
They didn't say stockings. They said stock class.
Oh, stock class midget wrestling. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget also coming up, Jump and Run. Had the chance to talk to a main man down there. Jump and Run Creek Mud Bog, July 15th in Hubert, North Carolina, down near Swansboro off Highway 24. Craig Sanders is the man to get in contact with, and you can look up the information, promud.com. They got a 200-foot flat track pit, 200-foot pit, 2.146, held by Gary Morrison out of Virginia Beach down there running. And from what we're hearing is there's some big money being paid August the 12th. So you need to stick on that information at promud.com for Jump and Run Creek Mud Bog. Lee County Mud Motor Sports Complex has got some stuff coming up. I think in September they've got a big race coming up down there. The Blown Alcohol Madness.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, the whole world shakes when these trucks are leaving, I mean, it's a lot of cool stuff. 2 rounds of open cuts. They got added money class on Friday nights, 2 rounds open paddles on Saturday. You can contact Daryl Jones, like we said, for that information. And you can call 1-900 Sexton
for any speed secrets that you may need.
speed secrets or how to get up with Daryl Jones.
Forever how fast or slow you want to
He comes in anything, speedos.
Yeah, speedos. That's scary. But July 15th, also Fast Tracks Mud Bog. You've heard us talk about it. July 15th, they start out with the kids run through the mud. They've got a flat track. They've got a hill and hole going on down there, as well as all kinds of crazy stuff. Racing every third Saturday of each month, March through November. Gates open at 11:30. Racing starts at 3. Admission's only $10.
$10.
I mean,
a great time.
A great time. A whole day full of stuff going on down there. So, y'all tap into that information. And like you said, Gary opened up his Facebook page. Chad opened up his Facebook page. Chad opened up his 1-900 Chad Sexton number to call and find out about this information on these racetracks. And you folks that are out there that are promoting these racetracks, you definitely need to get in contact with Keith Wilson at Wilson Off-Road so he can keep it posted, because I'm sure he's got a lot of people that come in that like to bog, like to rock climb, like to do all this. And, hey, if your information's in his store, man, you guys can kind of work together and, coincide with each other.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sober from 9 to 5.
Yeah. He said definitely sober from 9 to 5. What do you think about this character, man? I mean, he's
Let you get close to the jar, didn't it?
Definitely something to talk about here at Shine Runners Racing Radio, and
let's make sure we tell everybody, go to Baywood Golf Course tomorrow, and Raging Rooster will have their trailer there. Mention Shine Runners Racing Radio, and you get $2 off. That $2 comes back to Shine Runners Racing Radio. It's going to allow us to get better equipment and things like that, so that we can keep the show going.
Yeah, because just like Keith said, those trucks don't run on thanks.
No.
It takes a lot to put all this together, and this helps us out to keep coming to you guys with, the great interviews. And, well, I don't know if it's great. It's what we try to do.
Yeah.
But, our wonderful supporters that's out there that's really helping us make it happen, like Beer Nuts, Never Lift Racing Products, Drainage Incorporated.
Jordan Stewart. If you guys don't know, Jordan Stewart is down at Boost Law Firm now. Go check him out for anything you might need. He handles all kinds of stuff. Go check out Brian Egan at Eastover Barbershop, because I'm going to have to go see him. I don't know. My wife is on me all the time. I mean, this is a hot daggone mess right
You got
here.
a lot of gray in that.
And that's why I used to keep it short, so people wouldn't know how old I am. I'm trying to stay young as long as I can.
1-800 Plumbing as well. It's kind of hard. It's a hard number to remember. And I've actually had people call me, Rooster, what's Donnie Jackson's number?
We should have got him to fix the leak we had last Saturday night when we was trying to go watch some racing.
No doubt. Yeah, it would have took a lot more than Donnie, I do believe.
I already fixed it still.
Huh. But all of our great supporters that are coming down, Racin Rooster, can't say enough about them. And thank you, everybody who's come together tonight. If you're still online, make sure you post the races that are coming up. If we didn't happen to get a chance to talk about them tonight, post your pictures. Talk about, and hey, we want to get what we're doing after next week. Next week, we are talking about stock car racing because of the Wayne Gray Memorial. That'll be coming up at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. But the week after, we're about to mix it up. I mean, we're going to throw all kinds of beer nuts in the box, and we're going to talk about everything we possibly can as far as side-by-side racing, RC racing, mud truck racing, stock car racing, you name it. If you're a driver and you want to come on the show, we want you here.
Yeah, all you got to do is send us a message. We post that a lot. If you got something that you're interested in, that you would think would be interested on this show, send it to us. Shoot us a message on Facebook. Email us at shinerunnersradio@yahoo.com. We're going to be after next week. We're going to be doing, and we didn't even mention this, or maybe we did, but come out next Thursday. Dunbenson Ford is going to be having a race day party that's going on from 10 to 2.
10 to 2.
10 to 2. They're going to have a lot of the Lucas guys that are going to be there. Is Ryan Blaney going to be there?
I'm not sure. I know the car will be there.
Yeah. So the 21 Wood Brothers car will be there, and actually the number 24 Go BSGX 34 Ford Coupe.
What?
Of Hollywood Bellinger will be on display.
I
have to watch. That's what my.
Who's going to be hanging out around that?
The Shine Runners Racing Radio crew, along with our beautiful Shine Runners Radio girls.
That's right. All you got to do is come up. All you have to do is come up and mention Shine Runners Racing Radio to get a free sticker.
Absolutely. And then we're going to be leaving from there, going straight to Fayetteville Motor Speedway to Flying Ed's camper. We're going to go ahead and bust out a pre-race show.
I can't promise you anything that's going to happen after we get the Flying Edge Yeti cooler.
No. It's going to be on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah. So, man, looking forward to another great show next week. Don't forget, tune in with us right here at Shine Runners Racing Radio. One more thing, go ahead.
Yeah, I just got informed by my wife, and this is very important. Gaylord will be at the race day party. For those of you who don't know, the Lucas Oil Race is sponsored or is presented by Campbell University. I've just found this out, that the Campbell Camel, the mascot's name, is Gaylord.
Falker?
I think they must have took a vote. I think the same people that came up with the names for the Fayetteville baseball team may have come up with that nickname.
The Fly Traps.
The Fly Traps or the Fatbacks.
Yeah.
Or the Woodpeckers.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a whole nother segment we can go into. But
that's why we talk about racing, because it takes two balls.
Yeah. So stop by there and make sure you get the kids get their picture taken with the Campbell University mascot. My wife is an alumni, and we thank them for her education every month that we send that check off.
There's one thing, too, that we want to talk about that Amanda's been working hard on. It's the I'm trying to think about it all.
Rememberable. Be rememberable.
Be rememberable right now.
Yeah.
It's like the pill rehab situation.
Drug recovery.
Drug recovery. There you go. It come from Cape Fear, so it's kind of like not working with me. So yeah, jug recovery, which we're having here.
Jug recovery.
We're having jug recovery.
Recovery
with Keith Wilson tonight after the show. But we are working on the prescription drug recovery program.
Absolutely.
As well as we're going to be working with the Find a Friend program with Backpack Buddies to feed children who, don't have the chances that a lot of folks have. Yeah, it's kind of sad to hear, man.
It is, because you don't know it, but sometimes when these kids go home on Friday afternoon, that lunch that they've ate that day is the last thing they're going to eat till they get back to school Monday.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to work together and partner up with the Find a Friend as well as the drug recovery thing and see if we can help these groups out and try to get some backpack lunches sent home with these kids so they got something to eat. We forget how blessed we are to have food in the cupboard anytime we want. Yeah. And also to help these people who have, a lot of times it's not that they've gone out, it's they may have had back surgery or whatever it is and then kind of get addicted to these pills. So we're gonna work hard on that, and we'll have more information coming soon.
You're looking at me like, will you please let me just hold the microphone for 1 second? If you can span over to our beautiful Shine Girls, I believe Shandy has definitely got something to say. You look so pretty. You're over there just like a little Labrador. You're just like,
I'm just
wagging the tail.
like
Just kind of like, will somebody please throw me the ball. Throw me the ball.
The Shine Girls just wanted to say a hey to Thomas Brown if you're still watching. We just want to say hey, come out and come see us.
Oh, Thomas.
Thomas Brown.
Thomas White. I don't think Thomas White's got internet connection. Unless he's at your shop on your Wi-Fi right now. Thomas Brown is he's the Model Light driver, the number 50, the Brown Racing Crew. You know, he runs also with Randy White, which is with Never Lift Racing. Big thanks to Randy White for what he's doing. And you can get this armor coat at Redline Speed Shop. You know, let me show that one more time. But yeah, Lewis, little pimp out there. Yeah. Hey, don't forget, you can come by. Little Pimp, you can come by and see the Shine Girls. They're actually going to be there at Lucas Oil Race, so come on down.
10-4. Well, I think it's about time for us to throw that white flag, Swanee. Again, we want to really give a shout-out to our sponsors, Brian Egan, East Everett Barbershop, Jordan Stewart and Michael Boost with Boost Law Firm, Donnie and Vicki Jackson, 1-800-Plumbing, and a really big thanks to our title sponsor, Tony and Bobby Jackson with Racin Rooster. And if you want to come and watch the show live, we're going to be getting it worked up to where you can come. They'll have a special that they're going to put on. We're going to get the menu together, and it'll be a plate that you can come and buy and sit and watch the show and enjoy a good time.
Yep. Don't forget one of our main sponsors as well, Randy White with Never Lift Racing Products.
Absolutely.
You can get those racing products down at Redline Speed Shop. And big thanks to Mini Blings LED light modules. That'll be going to our winner tonight from our trivia. You know, thank you guys so much. We greatly appreciate everybody that's in studio here tonight. Somebody please make sure that Keith Wilson gets home all right. And, you know, hey, we want to keep hearing about it. Who whips whose butt, North Carolina or South Carolina? Me being a 910,
Racing
I'm
Ryan's
pulling
going
for
to give
North
them the
Carolina.
updates. Y'all post it to the Shine Motors Racing Radio show page.
But thank you all for sticking in with us, man. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you. Hey, we'll see you coming up here in a week at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. You know, y'all stick it in. Don't forget, like and share. Shine Runners Racing Radio. We out, baby.
We're out.
Throw that checker flag.